Welcome in to the Otters Digital Network, the final series starting to get underway of this 9-game road trip. Evansville, after getting a big win last night against Quebec, look to try to find that second straight road win that they still have not been able to get this year. And they will be taking on the Ottawa Titans for the first time and only time this season. Hello, everybody. I'm Lucas Macklin. Thank you so much for joining me on this Friday evening here, scheduled for a 6 p.m. Central start time here on the Otters Digital Network, and you're listening to the Papa John's pregame show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the home team network, and 96.9 WYIR. Reminder that Evansville got a big win last night against Quebec. They won 13-3. Quebec, the current leader in the Frontier League record-wise. Last night's game, Evansville really exploded early, scoring 3 runs in the first 2 innings and never looking back, being able to hold Quebec down really well, and be able to score tons of runs. It was Yohan Gonzalez who got the start last night for Evansville, making his 4th start on the mound. He has started now both games Evansville has won in the month of July. Evansville started by getting back-to-back base hits to start the game from David Mendham and Dennis Pierce, and eventually both of them would come around to score in the first. And then in the second inning, David Mendham singled to get his second hit of the game and scored J.J. Cruz from second. And then the big hit in the 4th inning, the Dennis Pierce grand slam, Evansville's first grand slam of the season. Put Evansville up 7-2, and really from that point on, it wasn't really a close game. Evansville put up 5 more runs in the 6th, capped off by the David Mendham 2-out double, scoring 2 runs. That was his 3rd hit of the night, his 2nd and 3rd RBIs of the night. And as I mentioned, Yohan Gonzalez making the start, went 7 innings, only allowing 2 earned runs, walking 1 and striking out 6. His 2nd straight 7-inning start, his 2nd straight earned win as a starter for Evansville. And you got to imagine the way he's been pitching. It's been a huge get for Evansville, who's really kind of mess around trying to find who's going to be in those starting spots. And Yohan Gonzalez has really filled a huge hole for Evansville. Offensively for Evansville in that game, Dennis Pierce mentioned he had 3 hits. David Mendham had 3 hits. Paven had 3 hits, and Logan Brown. All 4 of them with 3 hits. Graham Brown and J.J. Cruz coming off multi-hit games as well. Pierce ended up with 5 RBIs, Mendham with 3. Logan Brown had 2 RBIs, and Evansville as a team only struck out 6 times in the ball game. Did a great job putting balls in play. Nolan Thebe also pitched last night, pitching 2 innings, allowing just 1 run before Evansville traveled to Ottawa to take on the Ottawa Titans. We'll take a short break here on the Otters Digital Network, and when we're back, talk about the starting lineups and the starting pitchers here on 96.9 WYIR and the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Welcome into Ottawa The second series of the Canada trip, third series of this road trip. Evansville trying to maintain momentum from last night's win against Quebec, where they won 13-3. Did a great job at scoring early, and Yohan Gonzalez got the start. Did a great job at limiting the runs for Quebec, only giving up 2. And now Evansville sends their ace to the mound, Braden Scott. He will try to maintain what he's been doing so well this year and continue his hot season. The All-Star for Evansville, the All-Star pitcher for Evansville. He'll be making his 13th official start of the season. Remember, he has one start back in May that hasn't been recorded. That came against Lake Erie, that he will get the stats for once Lake Erie comes back to town when we go back to Bosse Field after this series against Ottawa. Scott, his last time out, went 5 2/3 against Lake Erie. Tied for his second shortest outing of the year, where he allowed 4 earned runs, 6 total runs, 8 hits, walking 2, and striking out 7. He has struck out at least 7 in his last 7 starts that he has gone out. A couple of back-to-back losses for him. The other one where he went against Washington on July 10th, allowed 4 earned runs, 5 total runs, but still went 7 innings, striking out 8 in that game as well. Take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the Ottawa Titans, they come in at 31 and 32. They'll be headed by Jake Sanford, playing in right field, followed by Jackie Urbaez playing second base. Batting third and playing shortstop will be Aaron Casillas. Batting fourth and playing third base will be A.J. Wright. Batting fifth and playing in left field, Nolan McCarthy. Batting sixth and catching will be Victor Cherney. Batting seventh and playing first base, Caden Cardoso. Batting eighth and playing in center field, Dylan Driver. And rounding out the lineup, the DH, Keyshawn Frett. He will round out the lineup for Ottawa. And going for the Titans will be the southpaw Grant Larson. He's entering with a 7-5 record, pitching to a 3.94 ERA. And it'll be his job to try to shut down this Otters offense that just put up 13 runs against Quebec a night ago. As I was mentioning, a 3.94 ERA for the southpaw. He's been one of the main starters for this Ottawa squad, making his 13th start of the season. His 16th appearance of the year, so hasn't just been a starter, but that's been his most of his outings. His last time out on July 19th, he went 6 1/3, allowed 2 earned runs, 9 hits, struck out 4, didn't walk anybody. He only has 16 walks in 77 2/3 innings. So Evansville shouldn't expect the free pass from Larson, but hopefully they can try to get to him and score early. Because again, this Evansville squad, when they've been good, it's been scoring early, and we saw it against Quebec. They were able to not just score early, but score often and continue to add to that lead as the game went on. And hopefully they'll be able to do that tonight with this lineup. Still the same at the top, Dennis Pierce, the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, fresh off his 3-hit, 5 RBI night. He'll be leading off, batting second, and playing first base will be David Mendham. Batting third and DHing L.J. Jones. Batting fourth and playing in shortstop will be Paven Parks. Batting fifth and back in left field will be Keenan Taylor. Batting sixth and catching Logan Brown. Batting seventh and playing in center field, Ellis Schwartz. Batting eighth and playing second base will be J.J. Cruz, and rounding out the lineup, batting ninth will be Mason White out in right field. And as I was mentioning, Braden Scott making the start, his 13th start of the season. Currently at 82 strikeouts on the year. He led the Frontier League going into the All-Star break in strikeouts. And still early into the second half, but currently isn't up there right now, but again, he will get 10 more strikeouts. He sits at 82. The leader right now at 84 is Brandon Alleman Cole Cook also at 82, but again, Braden Scott should get 10 more strikeouts once Evansville plays Lake Erie this upcoming week after this series. So for Evansville, the big thing for them is going to be getting out early. Like I said, when this team's been able to get out early and out in front, they've done a good job at. That's really been the way they've won games. They have fought back in some games, but they haven't done that a ton. But when they've won, they've done it early, and hopefully they will do that tonight with their ace, Braden Scott, on the mound. Ottawa coming in, as I mentioned, at 31 and 32. Did take a loss in their last game. Just played a series against Down East. Evansville entering at 23 and 39, still 11 games back of Lake Erie, who stands at 33 and 27. Washington a half game back at 34 and 29, and Florence now 6.5 back at 27 and 34. Out in the West, a couple of 40-win teams. The other two 40-win teams in the Frontier League, Gateway and Schaumburg. But Schaumburg at 40 and 23, they are a game back of Gateway. Mississippi stands at 32 and 38.5 back. Joliet at 29 and 33, they are 11.5 back, and Windy City at 21 and 42. They are 20 games back of the division-leading Gateway. For Ottawa, they're 15 games back of Quebec, who stand at 46 and 17, but they're still very much alive in a wild card race. They currently are just behind New York for the second wild card spot. New York stands at 33 and 28, while Ottawa stands at 31 and 32. Going to be an interesting weekend to finish this road trip. Tonight's game, a 6 p.m. Central Time scheduled start. We'll get underway very shortly. Tomorrow, a 5 p.m. Central scheduled start time. And then the game on Sunday, a noon Central Time scheduled start. It will finish up that game, or finish up this long road trip that Evansville still has a chance to go over 500 on, albeit they will need a sweep of Ottawa to complete that. But even if they can win this series and take 2 of 3 against Ottawa, they'll go 4 and 5. And really, when you look at what this road trip kind of mentioned, 4 and 5 would be excellent for this Otters squad going back to Lake Erie before the end of July. No super long road trips in August upcoming. They have a 6-game road trip from the 8th to the 14th that go through Windy City and Mississippi. But the other 3 road trips are all 3-game series. Evansville will take on Florence in Florence to begin the month, followed by a home series against New York. Windy City and Mississippi will take on the road. Joliet will come to Bosse Field for the second time we see Joliet this year. Washington, Evansville will take on the road. Then Windy City comes to town for the second time this year from the 22nd to the 24th, followed by Florence from the 26th to the 26th through the 28th, and then Evansville finishes off their 2025 season in Gateway for 3 games to end the season. And obviously they are quite a bit a ways behind in the standings, but still, with the way this team has shown the ability to play, no reason to think they can't win a lot of games in August upcoming and at least have a fun end to the month before putting a bow on the 2025 season. Game 63 of 96. Road game 31 of 48 upcoming here on July 25th at Ottawa Stadium in Ottawa. Take a short break here in the Otters Digital Network, and when we're back, we'll have the national anthems as we near the first pitch here on 96.9 WIR and the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VANDcasa.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
footsteps and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Platform base portée, il s'est porté la croix. Dont l'histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Nearing first pitch here in Ottawa. Taking the mound is the southpaw Grant Larson. Behind the plate is Victor Cherney. That pitcher catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Ottawa Stadium plays host to tonight's ball game. It is 4:04 to dead center, 3:25 down the lines. Very nice, very big, nice ballpark. Starting to be filled out by the home crowd, and hopefully Evansville will be able to silence them early. As it's been a long road trip for Evansville, but a chance to end off on a high note with a big series win here against Ottawa, who has been very, very good as of late. Had a rough start to the season. They've been much better in the month of July. The team really as a whole, hitting, pitching, it's all been better in the month of July. With that being said, a 4.09 ERA in the month of July. And it will be the Edwards Jones leadoff batter of the game, Dennis Pierce, to lead us off in this ballgame. Pierce steps in, ready to get this game underway. That first pitch taken for strike one, and we are officially underway at 6:06 p.m. Central Time. 82 degrees here in Ottawa. Pulled the string on him. He's in front of that. Now he's behind 0-2. Sun is out for tonight's ball game. Great baseball weather. Pierce calls time, steps out, now steps back in. And got him swinging. Pitch is dropped. Throw to the first is going to be in time for out number 1. Pierce goes down to begin the game. With 1 away, it's up to David Mendham. Also fresh off a 3-hit game. Mendham awaits the first pitch from Larson, scores on a bunt, pulls it back, and it's in there for strike 1. Just trying to keep the third baseman honest is Mendham. Here's the 0-1. Front door breaker finds the zone. And Larson quickly ahead of another batter, 0-2, as he's been working the strike zone here early. Mendham calls time and now tries to reset himself after his teammate went down via the strikeout, trying to avoid that fate. 0-2 pitch, held up on a breaking ball too low. Count now 1-2. One-two pitch inside, ball 2. Larson has been really good in his last 4 appearances. His last 3 starts, he's won all of them, went 8 innings in his 2 starts before his last start as well. 2-2 pitch misses outside, 3-2. So Mendham's worked it back to full after going down 0-2. It's the kind of at-bats that Mendham's had when he's been hot, and he's been hot as of late. Payoff pitch, chopper towards short. Casillas will bring it in, throw to first in time for out number 2. With 2 away, it's up to L.J. Jones. He was the one Otter not to get a hit last night. Here's the first pitch to him. He takes outside, ball 1. Hit the ball hard a few times in those at-bats, though. It wasn't like he wasn't making good contact. Had a couple over 100 miles per hour that didn't find green grass. 1-0 pitch. That one just finds the zone, evens up the count at 1-1. First all-natural field during this road trip for Evansville. 1-1. That's on the ground past the second baseman, Urbaez. And a 2-out base hit to extend the inning for L.J. Jones. L.J. had been so hot going into that game last night as well. It's kind of shocking he was the one Otter not to get a hit. But he's in the hit column today. And 2 away, extends the inning to Pavin Parks. Parks also had 3 hits last night. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes on the outside corner for strike 1. Now here's the 0-1 pitch. Larson takes a look at second, now delivers. Another fastball in there for strike 2. Pavin over his last 7 games, hitting at .292 with a .370 batting average. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Misses outside, 1-2 now. Third lefty Evansville's faced in the last 4 games. Faced 2 of them in Quebec. That pitch, trying to go front door breaker, misses high and in, 2-2. Paven with 4 hits in the series against Quebec. A couple of doubles as well. Here's the 2-2. On the ground towards second. Urbias takes it in. Short toss to second in time for out number 3. So the Otters get a hit via L.J. Jones, but do nothing with it. Still knotted up at a 0-0 tie as we head to the bottom half of the first here on the Otters Digital Network, N96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
We head to the bottom of the first inning. Braden Scott taking the mound. Scott on the mound behind the plate. Logan Brown, that pitcher and catcher battery, is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or called 812-475-9000. Longtime Otter Braden Scott, who's been excellent this year, earned himself an all-star appearance in that all-star game, pitched an inning and struck out 2, and that's kind of the way he's been pitching all year. He'll face this Ottawa team and hopefully be able to shut them down with another great pitcher going up against him. First one to face him is John Sanford. First pitch misses just outside ball 1. Jake Sanford, the lefty right fielder, chops that one on the ground towards second. Cruz takes it in. Throw to first is going to be in time for out number 1. So it works quickly for 1 away, and that's going to be up to Jackie Urbias. Urbias, a switch hitter, will be hitting from the right side here. He's the first pitch from Scott. Right down Main Street, he's at 0-1. Next pitch misses, now 1-1. Another pitch that misses, now 2-1 to Urbias. Entering with a .431 OBP and 6 home runs to 11 doubles. Here's the 2-1. Fouled back, now 2-2. Far third base side of the rubber for Scott. That pitch misses high, now full. The payoff pitch misses ball 4. And a 1-out walk for Baez. And they have a runner on with 1 away for Aaron Casillas. Six righties in the lineup for Ottawa in this game, including as well as a switch hitter. Only 2 lefties. Here's the first pitch to Casillas. That pitch finds the zone. Scott ahead 0-1. Casillas entering the .245 batting average. Scott looks over at first, holds, now delivers. Pulled the string on him. Casillas now behind 0-2. That pitch just misses outside. Now 1-2 is the count. Urbaez over at first with 8 stolen base attempts and eight stolen bases in 14 attempts. Here's the 1-2. Line deep into left field. Back on it is Taylor. He'll move a little bit towards his left and bring it in for out number 2. Good contact. We got under it just a little bit. Not much wind, at least currently. And with 2 away, it'll be up to A.J. Wright. Wright, the 28-year-old of Baltimore, Maryland. Throw over to first, nothing doing. Awaits the first pitch from Braden Scott. Here it comes. Misses outside, pick, another throw behind at first base. Nothing doing. Counts now 1-0. A.J. Wright in his 4th year with the Titans. That one is fouled back. Now 1-1. Played 4 years for the Maryland, Baltimore County, so the UMBC Retrievers. Had never seen that name fully written out. Played 4 years for them. Played a year with the Skylands Cardinals of the All-American Baseball Challenge in 2020. That next pitch misses high, now 2-1. Played a year with the Missoula Paddleheads of the Pioneer League before joining Ottawa. Last year hit .304, 13 home runs for this Titans squad. Scott looks now, delivers the 2-1 pitch. Checked swing, back up the middle. Scott can't glove it cleanly. Now gets a grip on it and throws it first in time for out number 3. So Ottawa also gets a runner on, but can't do anything with it. Still knotted up at 0 as we head to the second here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
We head to the top of the second inning. Keenan Taylor, the first one to meet Grant Larson in this inning. The 6'7" southpaw worked a scoreless first. Did give up a hit to L.J. Jones, but other than that, didn't suffer too much damage. Again, had 2 straight 8-inning outings. One on July 8th, one on July 13th. That second one coming against Quebec where he shut them out for 8 innings. Before taking on Brockton, he went 6 1/3, did allow 2 runs. But Ottawa would go on to win that game 5-2. Mentioned Keenan Taylor, the first one to meet him in this inning. It was really a rough start for him season, especially back on May 30th allowed 7 runs, then 6 runs in his next start, but since then he's been working his way back down, an ERA down to 3.94. First pitch to Taylor misses low. He'll jump out in front 1-0. Different feel. Very different feel of a ballpark. 1-0 pitch. That one's fouled up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Still got some loud fans down at seating level, but a much bigger stadium. Quebec felt a lot more close and intimate. Here's the 1-1. Pulled the string. Taylor out in front of it. He's behind 1-2. The stadium a lot bigger, a lot wider. It feels like there's a lot less fans here, but there's still plenty coming in to support their Ottawa Titans. Here's the 1-2. That one's a soft looper to second, and Urbaez will take it in for out number 1. Got Taylor to jam there, and with 1 away, it's up to Logan Brown. It's 6 lefties in this lineup, including the next 4 batters for Evansville. Logan Brown, Ellis Schwartz, J.J. Cruz, Mason White. It's the first pitch to Logan Brown as he takes that one for a strike. He has been on fire for Evansville at the plate. Another 3-hit game for him last night. He loops that one into center field, going out on his Casillas, and he will get under it and bring it in for out number 2. So with 2 away, it's up to Ellis Schwartz. He's on a 5-game hitting streak, starting back on July 8th with a 2-hit performance against Washington. It's actually a 6-game hitting streak, going back to the Mississippi game, where he won for 2. First pitch misses low, ball 1. That pitch on the ground towards short sends Urbaez back. Long throw to first, just in time. And the Otters go down 1-2-3 in the second. Head of the bottom half here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Braden Scott out there for his second inning of work. Did walk 1 his first inning, but other than that, set down the 3 batters with some soft contact. He'll face Nolan McCarthy to start off this inning. McCarthy entering tonight's ball game with a .333 batting average, making his 21st start of the season. Here's the first pitch. He swings that one and fouls it back overhead for an overhead foul ball, brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. 23-year-old out of Wayne, Michigan, standing in the right-handed batter's box. The 0-1 misses high, 1-1. Played 4 years of SEC baseball. His first 3 for Kentucky's last year here with Georgia. Swings through that one. Now he's behind 1-2. His senior season hit .276 with 11 home runs and 10 doubles. And he has started off hot here in the Frontier League. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Strikeout number 1 for Braden Scott. And after that German-American Bank strikeout, next up will be the All-Star Victor Cherney. Cherney, one of 2 All-Stars for this Ottawa squad. The other one is a reliever, Billy Doobie. He'll be the first pitch to Cherney. Fouls that one off. He'll be behind 0-1. Scott has worked over 100 pitches in each of his starts outside of 1. That was the first start of the season. That one's lined in left field, in on his Taylor, but he can't get under it. And a 1-out base hit for Ottawa. Even in starts where he hasn't pitched as well, like the start against Lake Erie, he still went 106 pitches in his 5 2/3. Most he's gone this year is 125 in his 7 innings against Washington back on July 10th. Next up's Caden Cardoso. First pitch to him. Called strike 1 on the corner. Scott, a lot different from his adversary, Grant Larson. High strikeout rate, does walk some batters. Here's the 0-1, that misses outside, 1-1. Larson, on the other hand, not a big strikeout guy, a 6.6 K per 9 rate. Thrives on getting weak contact and just really doesn't walk anybody. Mentioned that earlier, but a sub-2 walks per 9 rate for Larson. Next pitch, that's a soft looper over the head of Paven Parks. Not hit hard, but hit well. And now back-to-back singles. We'll put 2 runners on with 1 away. It'll be Dylan Driver. Driver making his 30th appearance of the season. Playing in his age 22 season. Very young kid as Scott steps off. Finished up his college career with the Catawba Indians. First pitch, he takes inside, ball 1. Hit to a .327 average, 11 home runs, 20 doubles. So far in his 29 games with Ottawa, he's hit to a .229 batting average. 8 walks to 8 strikeouts. Takes that one at the knees for strike 1, evening up the count. Doesn't strike out a ton. Scott sets, now delivers the 1-1. That misses inside, 2-1. Scott entering this game with a .417 ERA. Now delivers the 2-1 pitch. That one misses inside, 3-1. He's missing glove side right now for the most part on his pitches. Comes set, trying to stay in the count. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That's chopped towards third. Pierce takes it in. Toss to second in time for 1. Throw to first is going to be not in time as Driver beats it out. And then the inning continues. So with 2 away and runners on the corners, it'll be up to Kashawn Frett to try to extend this inning and get some runs on the board against Braden Scott early. Here's the first pitch to him, swinging at that one, but fouls it off. He'll be behind 0-1. Fret just his 8th game here with Ottawa. His 8th professional game. The 0-1 pitch. That one just misses inside, even the count up at 1-1. Entering with a 190 batting average, but does have a 370 OBP. Has earned 4 walks, been hit by 2 pitches during his 7 games. Swings through that one, can't come up with it. And now he's behind 1-2. Scott now a strike away from getting out of this inning unscathed. Scott sets, delivers the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Braden Scott, and he escapes the second inning unscoreless. German-American Bank strikeout to end the inning. So we head to the third here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
We head to the third here on the Otters Digital Network in Ottawa. Game 1 of 3 against the Titans before Evansville finally makes the return back to Bosse Field. But Evansville trying to find their way against the starter Grant Larson, who's done a good job at getting a lot of weak contact. Not a strikeout or a walk for him, and as I was mentioning in the last half inning, this is exactly the way he's always pitched. Just a guy who does not walk batters. Thrives on getting weak contact, and it's worked for him, especially his last few outings. This is his 2nd season, actually 4th season with Ottawa. Spent some time in between that with Gastonia of the Atlantic League. Again, never been a guy who's going to strike out a ton of batters. He'll face J.J. Cruz to begin this inning. First pitch misses high, ball 1. Needed just 27 pitches to get through the first 2, as that one is a high pop-up into shallow center field out on his Cassius. And he will bring it in for out number 1. A major league pop-up for J.J. Cruz on that one. And there's 1 away. Now to the 9-hole hitter, Mason White. He will take the first pitch high for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, that one called strike 1 on the edge, evening up the count at 1-1. White, who missed a lot of time in the middle of the season, swings at that one, fouls it off. Now he's behind 1-2. Had a couple of starts to begin the year, but didn't make his 3rd start of the season until July 19th. Since he's been back, he's 0 for 8, still searching for his first hit since returning. Of course, going up against Lake Erie and Quebec, 2 best team ERAs of the league. It's always tough. 1-2 pitch, throws his bat out there and fouls it off. Good battle here from Mason White to stay alive. Time called. Larson will get a new baseball. As Mason White, who plays 2 years of college ball at the IU Southeast Grenadiers, last year with Evansville, hit to a .255 batting average. Checked his swing, didn't go, says the third base umpire. That tonight being Blake McKnight. And the count will even up at 2-2. Behind the plate, Gary Glover. At first base is Dalton James. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Call, strike 3 on the outside corner. And there's 2 away. So now with 2 away, back to the top of the lineup, the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, Dennis Pierce. He struck out his first time up. As he works from the windup. First pitch will be taken a strike at the knees, 0-1. Utilizing a lot of off speed early in these counts is Larson. Now here's the 0-1 pitch. That one called strike 2 at the letters. Known at 78. Now Pierce behind 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. That fastball misses high. Now 1-2. Now 86 miles per hour for Grant Larson. 1-2 pitch. Chopped foul to the left side. We'll do it again. Looks like Pierce may have broken his bat there. He's going to go get a new one. As Pierce with a extremely hot series against Quebec. Started all 3 games with 7 hits, a couple of home runs, including the grand slam in Game 3. Scored 3 runs, had 6 RBIs overall. Very hot start to the week as he's pushed his average up to 331. His OBP at exactly 400. 1-2 pitch, takes low, 2-2. Slugging now at 595. Pushing his OPS to just 5 points south of 1,000. 2-2, misses high, count runs full. So he's worked a full count, has Dennis Pierce. Here's the payoff pitch. He fouls that one up and into the crowd, and we'll do it again. A couple of very different cities between Ottawa and Quebec. Quebec felt a lot more, again, kind of just as I was saying about the stadium itself, intimate, European-esque. Payoff pitch ripped up the middle, base hit for Dennis Pierce. And the inning continues for Evansville. Great at bat for Dennis Pierce there, ripped that one up the middle. And with 2 away, the inning extends to David Mendham. Mendham has pushed his OBP up to 441. His average up at 293. He had 5 hits of his own against Quebec. He takes the first pitch, high for ball 1. 3 RBIs in the finale. Had a walk in each of the games. Here's the 0-1. That front door breaker finds its mark. Count now 1-1. Mendham with a 27 on-base streak currently. Grounded out his first time up. Now it's with a runner on for the first time tonight. Another off speed finds the mark, and now Mendham behind 1-2. Just touched the zone at the letters to that last pitch. Here's the 1-2 pitch, fouled off by Mendham. We'll do it again. He'll step back into the left-handed batter's box. Here's the next 1-2. Chopped towards first, over the head, but called foul. It was over the head of the first baseman, Cardoso. And we'll do it again. So Mendham was mere inches away from at least a hit, if not a double, potentially scoring Dennis Pierce, depending on how far that ball got. But instead he's stems back in with a count still at 1-2. Larson is set, looks over at first, now delivers. That one is a soft looper in the left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Pierce is rounding second. He will stay there. And back-to-back two-out hits have put a runner in scoring position for Evansville. So 2 away. It's up to L.J. Jones, who singled his last time up. Before this inning, the only hit off of Larson. Here's the first pitch to Jones. Backdoor breaker. Finds its mark. And he'll start behind 0-1. Jones DHing tonight. Awaits the 0-1 pitch. Misses inside 1-1. He's been all around the field. He's played some left, played some right, played some first. But they love his bat most of all. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off. Now count 1-2. He'll have to fight from behind. Jones in the series against Quebec in Game 1 reached 3 times, twice on walks, once on a hit by pitch. Game 2 went 2 for 4 with an RBI and a double. Then in Game 3 was just not able to find the open grass, hit the ball hard plenty of times, but had a hit in each of the Lake Erie games and hit in both the Gateway games he played in. Here's the 1-2, chopped on the ground towards short. Casillas takes it in, throws second in time for out number 3. So the Otters threaten, but can't push across a run. Still knotted up at zeros. We head to the bottom half of the third here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
We head to the bottom of the third inning. Braden Scott back out there after working through some traffic in his last half inning. Had runners at first and second with 1 away. Got a ground out and then a strikeout. Got both of his 2 strikeouts in the game in the last inning. And he will be back to the top of the lineup in Jake Sanford. Sanford led off the game with a ground out to second base. Sanford batting at the top of the lineup for Ottawa, making his 29th appearance of the season. Takes the first pitch, just high for ball 1. That 1-0 pitch misses inside, 2-0. Sanford in his 4th season with Ottawa. Hit to a .243 batting average this year. 2-0 pitch. That one misses as well. 3-0. Scott starting behind the first batter of this inning. He'll try to work back in. 3-0. That one finds the zone. Back in the count is Scott, 3-1. The only time Sanford has played a full season with Ottawa was back in 22 as that pitch misses outside ball 4. Didn't swing a single time. That one, 50-50 call in the corner. Goes the way for Sanford and a leadoff walk here in the 3rd inning. Right up to Jackie Urbaez. He also walks his first time up. He's the first pitch to him. Swings at that one. Deep drive into center. Schwartz on his way back. He will bring it in on the run to his left. And he'll throw it back in quickly for out number 1. Well struck by Urbaez there, but didn't find any open grass in with 1 away. And a runner at first, it's Aaron Casillas. The 24-year-old out of Chula Vista, California, in his 2nd season as a Titan. Making his 57th appearance of the season. First pitch swing at that one, laser down the left field line. That's going to get down in fair territory. Rounding second is Sanford. He's rounding third. They're going to wave him home. Throw comes into Pavin Parks. He's going to muscle it home at the plate. Swim move, it's not in time, or it's in time. Swim move isn't good enough, and they gun him down at home. So a double for Aaron Casillas, but the runner is tagged out at home. And Evansville gets a big second out of the inning. Keenan Taylor got it in quickly. The strike from Pavin Parks. And there's 2 away at the runner at second base. It'll be A.J. Wright stepping into the right-handed batter's box. Still an RBI spot here for him. First pitch swinging at that one. Deep drive into center. Schwartz on his way back, but he will stop about a couple of feet in front of the warning track and bring it in for out number 3. So a walk and a double for Ottawa, but they can't push across a run thanks to the great defense from Evansville. We're still knotted up at 0 through 3 here in the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND casa.com.
We added the fourth here on the Otters Digital Network in Ottawa. Paven Parks will lead off this inning. It was his strike to the plate that gunned down the runner trying to score from first. And now he will lead off this inning trying to get Evansville on the board. They got a couple of runners on in the last inning, but couldn't push a run across, and we are knotted up at 0. He'll step into the left-handed batter's box, awaiting the first pitch from the southpaw Larson, who will deliver from the windup. The first pitch swinging, popped up in a foul territory. That's going to get up and overhead. No red foul ball, brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Oh, 1 pitch finds its mark. And now Paven behind 0-2 and is going to have to battle from behind. Again, a lot of off speed from Larson. Now, let's see which direction he goes here at 0-2. One off speed, chopped towards first. Brought in by the first baseman Cardoso, and he will take it himself to first for out number 1. Next will be Keenan Taylor. And really, the three batting in this inning, Paven Parks, Keenan Taylor, and Logan Brown, all responsible for that great defensive play in the top half. Or the bottom half of the third, I should say. First pitch, Taylor, soft chopper up the middle. It's through for a base hit. And a one-out base knock for Evansville, their 4th hit of the game. We'll have a runner on for Logan Brown. He will step in. He's 0 for 1. He popped out to the shortstop into shallow center field his first time up. Taylor leads off first base. Larson looks over him, now delivers the first pitch to Brown, who takes it on the outside edge for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Logan Brown. He takes that one low for ball 1, evening up the count. Over his last 6 games, he's a .348 batting average. 4 hits for him in the series against Quebec. Swings through that one, comes up empty. He'll be behind 1-2. Hits in 5 of the 6 games on the road trip so far. 4 in both series. Here's the 1-2. Lined into left center field. That's going to drop in front of driver for a base hit. Back-to-back singles. And Evansville, for the second straight inning, have runners at first and second, this time with only 1 away. It'll be up to Ellis Schwartz. Schwartz, during his first 2 at-bats of his start in Quebec, was asked to sacrifice a bunt. Struck out his first time, but got the bunt down a second time, but reached on that one. That set up Dennis Pierce for his grand slam. Big spot for him here with 1 away. First pitch to him. He takes on the outside edge for strike 1. See if Evansville is going to be able to adjust to what Larson has done here. The 0-1 fastball swung at it below the zone. He's behind 0-2. Does a good job mixing it up, does Larson. It's now 5 hits for Evansville in this game, 3 for the Ottawa. They also walked a couple of times, so each team has gotten 5 batters to reach. For Evansville, it's all 5 hits, or all singles. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off, we'll do it again. Schwartz gonna be up there and battle. He's done so well in his limited action this year. The next 0-2 pitch from Larson. Chop towards first. Cardoso takes it in, throws to second in time for one throw to first. Not in time. Schwartz beats it out. And there are 2 away and runners on the corners for Evansville. And it'll be up to J.J. Cruz. A couple hits for him in the finale against Quebec. Big spot here for Evansville. First pitch, that's a throw over to second. Schwartz is caught in a rundown. They're going to throw it home. Throw to the plate is in time, and it gets Keenan Taylor. Tried to get into a rundown to get Keenan to score, but they make the play at home, and defense stands strong. As for both teams, defense comes up big to keep this game scoreless. Knotted up at 0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
We're to the bottom of the 4th inning here in Ottawa, still knotted up at 0. Both pitchers have worked through some traffic, have gotten some help from their defense, but they have pitched through 7 frames of this ball game so far. 7.5 frames, I guess. Scoreless. Scott out there for his 4th inning of work after Larson. Getting some help from his defense, got through the 4th. And Scott will face Nolan McCarthy to start this inning. Led off with a walk to Jake Sanford in the last inning. After getting Urbaez to fly out, Casillas doubled down the line, but great defense from Evansville. Got the second out of the inning, and then he got A.J. Wright to fly out. He faces Noel McCarthy to start this inning. First pitch, backdoor breaker. Misses and called ball 1. That one stayed just a bit high for Scott. Now he works the 1-0 pitch. That one, a fastball, misses outside 2-0. Around the Frontier League, Tri-City and Quebec are playing in game 1 of their series. Tri-City up 2-1 in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's another fastball, misses outside 3-0. Joliet and Schaumburg are tied in the top of the 2nd at 0. New York and New Jersey playing. New Jersey up 1-0 in the bottom of the 5th. That 3-0 pitch does find its mark. Scott works his way into the count at 3-1. Gateway, who currently coming on a 7-game winning streak. That 3-1 pitch misses inside ball 4. Another leadoff walk for Ottawa. That's Scott's 3rd walk of the game already. Gateway coming off a sweep. They're beating Windy City 2-0. Sussex County and Brockton playing in the top or in the bottom of the third. Brockton up 3-2. Three Rivers and Down East. Three Rivers up 6-0 in the bottom of the third over there. Victor Cherney, first pitch to him is fouled out of play, and he was behind 0-1. Cherney singled his first time up, got to third base before being stranded there. Florence and Washington playing, tied at 0 in the top of the fourth. The Mississippi and Lake Erie playing. Mississippi beating Lake Erie 2-0 in the top of the fourth. Little help for Evansville over there. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's swung on as well, and it's fouled off, and now it's 0-2. Mentioned that Cherney was an all-star for this Ottawa squad. He's making his 49th appearance this year. He's hit to a .345 batting average so far. Here's the 0-2. Took some off of it, missed low, now 2-1, or 1-2. Cherney with 5 home runs and 10 doubles. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off, we'll do it again. His second season with Ottawa for Cherney. Played in 23 with Three Rivers, with them hit at .297 in his 53 games. Finished up his 3-year career at CS Northridge. 1-2 pitch, chop towards first. Mendham gets it. Toss to second, in time for one. Throw back to first. Scott over there, can't bring it in. And Cherney will reach. But he does get one out on the fielder's choice. So with one away, it's up to Caden Cordoso. He also singled his last time up. Steps in with one away and one on. As Scott looks in. Lefty v lefty matchup here. First pitch. Deep drive into right, back on his white, still going back. It's going to get over his head and over the right field wall. Caden Cordoso's third home run of the year has put Ottawa on top 2-0. Attacked the fastball that was middle in. And Ottawa strikes first. They're winning 2-0. Next up's going to be Dylan Driver. First pitch to him is a soft looper towards Cruz. He's going to leap for it, but it's over his head. And a bad luck base hit for Braden Scott. And now there's another runner on. For Scott, he had only given up one home run in his first 11 starts. But he's given up 4 home runs in the last 3 starts. 2 against Washington, now 1 against Lake Erie, and then 1 against Ottawa here. First pitch to Fret. Checked his swing, doesn't matter, it's in there for strike 1. Evansville jumped out in front in all 3 games against Quebec. Here's the 0-1. Takes that one inside 1-1. Now Ottawa gets out in front of this game, and Evansville has had some opportunities against the starter Larson, just haven't been able to score any runs as well. Here's the 1-1. That one misses low and in 2-1. Scott from the stretch looks over at first, now delivers the 2-1. Pulled the string on Fret, now he's behind 1-2. The 2-2 pitch to the DH for Ottawa. Checked his swing. It's out in front of the first baseman, Mendham. Thought about going to second, just goes to first. Bang, bang play. It's in time and gets Fred. Runner does advance to second base, and there are 2 away. Race to the bag between Scott and Fred. Went the way of Scott. With 2 away, back to the top of the lineup, and Jake Sanford. Sanford grounded out his first time and walked his second time to the bag. As he tries to extend this 2-0 lead Ottawa has jumped out to here in the 4th. First pitch, front door breaker, finds the mark, and Scott jumps out in front 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Another front door breaker. Sanford turns on it, but into foul territory. And now he's behind 0-2. Sanford initially was a 3rd-round pick of the New York Yankees back in the 2019 MLB draft out of Western Kentucky. Played 2 seasons in the minors with the Yankees. And now chops that one towards second. Cruz takes it in on a hop. Good read by him. Throw to first in time for out number 3. But Ottawa jumps out in front with a 2-run home run off the bat of Caden Cordoso. And we will head to the 5th. Otters now trail 2-0 here on the Otters Digital Network, Enter 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
We head to the Buffalo Wild Wings 5th inning. Bottom of slaps are now here. Diner only. Visit either Evans location, 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Greenwood Road for details. Evansville had some opportunities in the first 4 innings, including bases or runners in the corners with 2 away in the last inning. Cruz, the first one to face Larson this inning, takes the first pitch for strike 1. He was at the plate when Evansville tried their steal attempt. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Front door breaker finds its mark. And now Cruz behind 0-2. That went down at 72 miles per hour for Larson. So here's the 0-2 pitch to Cruz. Swings that one deep, drive into right field. That one is back, it's deep, and that one is long gone. J.J. Cruz ambushes an 0-2 hanging curve. And Evansville strikes back with the home run of their own. They trail 2-1 now. Question wasn't the length, it was if it stayed fair, and that thing did stay fair. That's home run number 8 on the season for J.J. Cruz. Now the 5th Otter with 8 home runs. And it will be up to the 9-hole hitter, Mason White. First pitch to White. He fouls that one off. He'll be behind 0-1. That ball was exterminated. Just like McMahon exterminating. Remember who can help you with all your pest control needs? McMahon can. Now 0-1 count to Mason White. Oh, 1 pitch, he fouls off. Now he's behind 0-2. White struck out looking his first time up. Steps back in for calling time, trying to follow that home run from J.J. Cruz. The 0-2 pitch misses low and away, now 1-2. Two one, deep drive into right. That's going to send Sanford back to the track, to the wall. He's at the wall. He leaps and he catches it. Robs a home run from Mason White. And there's one away. Now back to the top of the lineup. The Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, Dennis Pierce, as he takes the first pitch low for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch misses as well. 2-0 now. Pierce singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Swings at that one. He fouls it off. Now 2-1. Two one pitch. Pulled the string. Out in front of it was Dennis Pierce. Now he's evened up the count at 2-2. Pierce calls time and resets himself here. The power hitter again batting leadoff. Done that a lot this year, really since the entirety of July. He's either been at 1 or he's been at 2. Here's the 2-2. Deep drive into left. McCarthy's going back. He's to the track. He's to the wall. And that one is gone. Dennis Pierce goes deep, his 9th home run of the season. And Evansville has hit 3 deep flies, but 2 of them have gone out, and they've tied the game at 2. All of a sudden, Larson has just been giving up. He's given up 3 straight deep hits. And after 4 scoreless innings, Evansville is really starting to turn on some of these balls. They have 7 hits now, 2 runs. Pierce went down and got that one too. That was below the zone. So next up is David Mendham. He tries to follow that action. That first pitch misses high and in, ball 1. That 1-0 pitch is foul back, now 1-1. Mendham, who was born in Canada, back home and had an excellent series against Quebec. He's 1 for 2 on the night, trying to keep this inning moving. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's a pretty well struck into left field, but McCarthy doesn't have to move much, and he will bring that one in for out number 2. So even that one was fairly well struck off the bat of Mendham. Just got jammed a little bit. And Larson, who thrives on weak contact, has been getting hit hard in this inning. But now there's 2 away for L.J. Jones. First pitch to him, he takes at the knees for strike 1. And it's been the off-speed stuff that's been hit hard. All 3 of them were off-speed pitches. The 2 home runs and then the Mason White deep out. That pitch misses just in 1-1. One pitch. That's pretty well struck into right center field. In on it is Sanford, still coming in, and he's able to get to it and catch it for out number 3. But the Otters send 2 out of the ballpark off the bat of Dennis Pierce and J.J. Cruz. They tie this thing back up at 2 as we head to the bottom half here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Now to the bottom of the Buffalo Wild Wings 5th inning. Remember, bottomless apps are now here. Visit either Evansville location, 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Greenville Road for details. So home run in the bottom half of the 4th inning gave Ottawa a lead. Now Scott's back out there. Game is tied again. And he will face the 2-3-4 hitters in Jackie Urbaez, Aaron Casillas, and A.J. Wright. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, knotted up at 2. All 4 runs have come off home runs for each squad. The first pitch to Urbaez finds the zone. And Scott will be up out in front 0-1. That one is chopped towards the right side, but foul. And now Urbaez behind 0-2. He's got Urbaez at 0-2. See which direction Scott goes here. Pitch just misses, now 1-2. Urbaez, who is an over 400 OBP, takes that pitch outside ball 2. Already a walk in this game. The 2-2 chop towards third, foul, and we'll do it again. Urbaez, similar to a guy like David Mendham in that sense. 38 walks to 41 strikeouts. Him and A.J. Wright both have appeared in 62 games for Ottawa this season. That being 62 of 63 games overall. Here's the next 2-2 to Urbaez. That one's hit to left center field. That one is going and hit the gap. Schwartz will cut it off. He will toss it in quickly and keep Urbias to a single. But a leadoff base runner for Ottawa. Their third straight inning with one of those. Second time Urbias has reached, and with no one out, it's Aaron Casillas. Casillas with a double earlier in the game. Awaits the first pitch from Scott, who stares down Urbias, now delivers. Misses outside, ball one. Trying to go backdoor breaker, just couldn't catch the backdoor. Not a big home run hitter as Casillas. That pitch thrown over to first, nothing doing. Only 5 doubles on the year in 56 games. Last year, Ottawa had 9 doubles, no home runs. Does have 2 home runs this year. That pitch lifted deep into right center field. Over towards it is Schwartz. He will bring it in on the run. And it'll be caught and thrown in for out number 1. That runner's still at first base. So with one away, it's up to A.J. Wright. Mentioned the other batter who's played in all but 1 game for Ottawa this season. Starting this game just a tick under 400 OBP. First pitch swinging for Wright. Major league fly ball into left field. Taylor out, now in, and gets under for out number 2. So a 2 away after the leadoff single. A couple of quick outs for Braden Scott. Up to Nolan McCarthy. McCarthy walked his last time up. He struck out his first time up. First pitch swinging, he's behind 0-1. Scott, only a couple of strikeouts, both of them coming in the second inning. He's worked a lot of fly balls. Been a lot of fly balls in this game. Obviously, all 4 runs coming via the home run. 0-1 pitch. Back foot breaker didn't get him going. Evens count up at 1-1. Oh, I hit him. Must have just nicked him. Look down. He started walking to first base. So now there are runners at first and second with 2 away for Victor Cherney. Big spot for the Ottawa All-Star here. Bottom of the 5th inning, knotted up at 2. Here's the first pitch. Cherney fouls that one off. He's behind 0-1. Cherney singled back in the second inning. First hit of the game for Ottawa. Did reach on a fielder's choice his last time. Came around to score on the Cordoso home run. Scott waits, now delivers the 0-1. Hit deep into left field. Taylor going back on it. He's to the track. He's going to stop and come in and bring it in for out number 3. A loud out number 3, but Scott escapes the 5th. We head to the 6th inning. Still knotted up at 2 here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VANDCASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
It'll be Paven Parks to lead us here in the 6th inning. Top of the 6th, knotted up at 2. A 2-run shot from Caden Cordosa, the damage for Ottawa. Solo shots from J.J. Cruz and Dennis Pierce, the damage for Evansville, and that's how we've gotten here. 7 hits for Evansville, 6 for Ottawa. The Otters have had chances with runners on base. As the first pitch to Parks, front door breaker, finds its mark, and Larson's out in front of him 0-1. Mason White also had a ball hit to deep right field that was caught by the right fielder Sanford. 0-1 pitch. That fastball misses inside 1-1. Paven 0 for 2. A couple of groundouts for him in this game so far. Second inning, he's led off. That pitch called strike 2 on the outer edge. And Paven calls time. Larson trying to recover after giving up 3 loud hits last inning. Here's the 1-2. That misses low, 2-2. Larson was an all-star in 23 and 24 for this Ottawa squad. 2-2 pitch misses inside. Count runs full. He's had to work around some traffic tonight. As the payoff pitch misses outside, ball 4, leadoff. Deerhead Sidewalk Cafe and Bar for Evansville. And they got something going here in the 6th inning for Keenan Taylor. Ottawa in the midst of their homestand. They played 4 against Brockton. Now 3 here against Evansville. First pitch to Taylor. Called strike 1 at the letters, and he's behind 0-1. Evansville obviously at the tail end of their road trip. 3 against Lake Erie, 3 against Quebec, now 3 here against Ottawa. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Taylor. He takes that one high for ball 1, evening up the count. Game in Quebec last night, a 5-hour overnight road trip to Ottawa. And throw over to first, Paven not biting, and he's back safely. With that Paven Parks walk, all but one Otter has reached in this game. 1-1 pitch, that's fouled off by Taylor, now 1-2. Paven took a big step towards second, but thought better of it. Here's a 1-2 pitch to the left fielder, misses low, 2-2. Taylor, one of 3 All-Stars for Evansville this season. Since the All-Star break, he's slowed down. He just hasn't had a road trip that we've been accustomed to. But hit tonight already. Awaits the 2-2 pitch. Larson looks to first now, delivers. Deep drive into the left. It's going to send McCarthy back a little bit. Now he'll come in, and he'll bring it in for out number 1. With 1 away, it'll be up to Logan Brown. He singled his last time up as well. The first pitch, Pavin takes off. They're going to throw it to first now. Pavin caught in a rundown. Running back to first, now running back to second. Tries to spin out of the way, but can't. And he'll be taken down for I believe out number 2. Unless they're going to give him the bag, because it may have been a balk. I think they will call it a balk. That's what I initially thought, is that it looked like he was heading towards home and then threw it to first once he saw Pavin leave. So, yeah, they will call a balk after all that. So, Pavin's at second base here with 1 away. Yeah, Pavin was pointing towards the first base umpire. I think he must have saw like it was being called a balk. But so, Logan Brown now hitting with a runner in scoring position. First pitch swinging, chopped up the middle. Casillas, who's played up the middle, does bring it in for out number 2. Casillas was playing behind Pavin Parks over at short. And so he didn't have to move much to bring it in for out number 2. And now it's up to Ellis Schwartz to try to score Pavin from third. So they'll need a base hit or mistake here from Ottawa to score him. First pitch. It's a breaker that stays too high, and Schwartz ahead 1-0. Again, Ellis with 6 hits, or with 8 hits his last 6 games. He's gotten a hit in each one of his games. Big spot for a potential hit here. 2 away, still not up at 2. Go ahead, run at third base for Evansville. 1-0 pitch, deep drive into right. It's going to send Sanford over. It's going to drop in front of him, and Pavin's going to score. It's going to get by Sanford as Ellis rounds second. He's going to head for third, and he's going to get in sliding. And a triple for Ellis Schwartz has put Evansville on top. Ellis Schwartz comes up big once again. And Evansville now leads 3-2 here in the top of the 6th inning. And next up is J.J. Cruz, who homered his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. That one stays high, ball 1. Still no action up in either pen right now, although there is some loosening going on in the Ottawa bullpen. The 1-0 pitch, middle breaker, taken for strike 1. Now the 7th straight game Ellis has started and gotten a hit in. Here's the 1-1. That fastball misses low and away, 2-1 now. Again, Evansville has not won 2 games in a row on the road all year. That 2-0 is popped up. It's going to stay in the infield. Wright's going to camp under it. He's going to bring it in for out number 3. But an Ellis Schwartz triple puts Evansville on top. And the Otters now have the lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com.
Braden Scott now out there working with his first lead of the night. Evansville took the lead on an Ellis Schwartz triple. They lead 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the sixth, and it will be the 7, 8, 9 batters, Caden Cordoso, Dylan Driver, and Keyshawn Frett to face him here in this inning. Cordoso, the home run hitter. He has done all of the damage tonight for Ottawa with his home run. He's 2 for 2, a single and a home run. Scott will work at him, try to figure out a way to get him out. First pitch, just misses outside, ball 1. Cordoso coming into this game. He takes the 1-0 pitch outside, ball 2. His 32nd game of the year, had a .231 batting average, a .407 OBP. The 2-0, that one does find its mark, now 2-1. That was his third home run of the season for Ottawa. Two-one, checked his swing. He missed, but he did go, says the third base umpire. Count evens up at 2-2. His first year as a Titan for Cordoso. Did play 15 games with the Leones de Leon in the Nicaraguan Winter League. Count or ball misses, count runs full. Nicaraguan Winter League. And 15 games, only had 15 plate appearances there. Payoff pitch, checked his swing, ball misses, he did not go. And a leadoff walk for Ottawa. The fourth straight inning, they've led off with a base runner. Three of those 4 innings, it's been leadoff walks for Braden Scott. And now he will face Dylan Driver. Driver's reached both times, once on a fielder's choice, the second time he reached on a single. First pitch, scores on a bunt, pops it up over towards his Pierce, but it's going to land in foul territory, and it's going to be strike number 1. This is the 4th walk of the night for Braden Scott. He's only struck out 2, but he's into the 6th inning, only allowing 2 earned runs. He's got to work through another leadoff base runner, though. Scott sets, delivers the 0-1 pitch. That one finds its mark, and now he's ahead of Driver 0-2. Count 0-2 to the center fielder for Ottawa. Here's the pitch. He just makes contact and fouls it off, and we'll do it again. Cordoso over at first only has 1 stolen base attempt, so probably won't be taking off. Here's the 0-2. Chopped up the middle, through for a base hit. Cordoso around second and stay there, and 2 leadoff base runners for Ottawa here in this inning. Next up will be Keyshawn Frett in a big spot. 2 on, no one away. Evansville starts coming in, playing him to potentially bunt here. Tying run at second base, represented by Caden Cordoso. Go-ahead runner at first base and Dylan Driver. First pitch, Fret doesn't square on a bunt. Pitch misses outside 1-0. Ottawa has used 28 separate position players during this season. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swung on a miss for Fret, now 1-1. In comparison, Evans has only used 20. Here's the 1-1. Inside. Trying to go back foot breaker, but went a little bit too far inside, now 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Fastball inside, 3-1 now. Top of the lineup looming on deck. Otters leading 3-2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning, but Ottawa is threatening. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Chopped towards third. Pierce going to take it in, toss to second in time for out number 1. Great stretch from J.J. Cruz. Pierce had to avoid the bat that was flung from Fret. Did a good job concentrating. And there's one away with runners on the corners. The bat from Fret was flung. It was a little bit to the left of Pierce. Did a good job remaining vigilant. Now back to the top of the lineup. First pitch, pop-up into foul territory. Pierce over towards it, so is Logan Brown. Brown's going to get under it, and he's going to bring it in for a big out number 2. Jake Sanford pops out, and with 2 away, runners still on the corners. It's Jackie Urbaez. Tying run, still 90 feet away with 2 away. Going to need a hit or a potential mistake from Evansville to score him. Urbaez does have a hit in this game. He walked back in the first inning, also as a flyout. Here's the first pitch. Breaker just catches the corner. He's out in front of Urbaez 0-1. Scott has been working through traffic. Here's the 0-1. That one is flown into right field. That's going to get out of play, and now Urbaez behind 0-2. He's only had 2 strikeouts, which again, as I was mentioning pregame, had a 7-game streak of at least 7 strikeouts. 8 games where he had at least 6 strikeouts. Only has 2 in this game. Here's the 0-2. Misses low. Runner's going to take off for second base. He will get there. No throw. Fret will get into second base. And now the go-ahead run is in scoring position. Count still 1-2 to Urbaez, 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Otters infield playing straight up. Looks like Logan Brown is clearing something out of his eye, potentially. Got some dirt or something in there. And home plate umpire Gary Glover. Let him take his time. Now he's ready. Big spot here. Tying run at third. Go-ahead run at second. 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Otters lead by 1. 1-2 count to Urbaez. Scott sets, delivers. Chopper towards short. Pavin has to turn on it. Gets it long throw to first in time for out number 3. And Braden Scott strands 2 in scoring position to maintain the 3-2 lead for Evansville. We head to the final 3 frames. Otters lead by 1 here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
We head to the 7th inning here in Ottawa. Evansville leads 3-2. Grant Larson still out there for Ottawa. He has pitched 6 innings. He's allowed 3 runs, a couple of long shots. Almost would have been back-to-back-to-back for Evansville. Mason White, who's at the plate, followed up J.J. Cruz's home run with a deep shot to right of his own. But Jake Sanford out and right robbed him of a home run. And now he takes the first pitch inside and high for ball 1. Dennis Pierce followed Mason White's out with the home run of his own. Here's the 1-0. That's fouled, or hit into foul territory. Over towards it is McCarthy, still going, but it is going to get out of play. And count's going to even up at 1-1. White, who's played in the rotation with Ellis Schwartz and now Graham Brown, with JT Benson not traveling with the team. The 1-1 pitch, that's lined up the middle, snagged by Casillas. And the second time today that Mason White's been robbed of a hit. Just can't catch a break. And there's one away, back to the top of the lineup. The Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game. Stepping in 1 or 2 for 3, a single, a home run, his 3rd home run of the week. Now waits the first pitch. Takes that one on the edge for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Pierce. That fastball misses and gets away from the catcher. Now 1-1. Ten hits for him in his last 6 games, 11 in his last 7. Here's the 1-1. That floater called strike 2 on the edge. Larson ahead 1-2 now. Still no official warming up in either bullpen. The 1-2, that's lined towards short, but snagged by Casillas again. And there's 2 away. That one was an easier play for him, but another hard hit ball. That one 105 off the bat of Dennis Pierce. And there's 2 away. A couple of loud outs for Larson in this inning, but they're outs nonetheless. Now it's David Amendum. Singled earlier. He's 1 for 3. Larson works the first pitch to him. Breaker called strike 1 on the outer edge. Larson's done a great job at working the outside lower corner, especially to these lefties. Here's the 0-1. That's chopped towards the right side. Slow roller. First baseman Cardoso picks it up. Throw to first in time by the covering pitcher Larson. And that's 3. So the Otters hit a couple of them hard, but they go 1, 2, 3 here in the 7th. We enter the bottom half here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
To the bottom of the 7th we go. Braden Scott out there for some more work. Again, outside of one pitch, he's worked well, although he has worked through quite a bit of traffic. But he works with a 3-2 lead here into the bottom of the 7th inning. He'll face Aaron Casillas to start this inning. First pitch to him finds the zone. He'll start in front 0-1. Casillas made a couple of good snags over there at shortstop, top half of this inning. That pitch misses outside 1-1. Does have a double. He's 1 for 3. A couple of flyouts as well. The 1-1, that's popped up in foul territory. It's going to get out of play, and the count's going to go to 1-2. Now officially, a couple of pitchers warming up in the Ottawa bullpen, double barrel, a righty and a lefty warming up out there. Count 1-2. Here's the pitch. Casillas, chopper towards third. Slow roller. Pierce takes it on a hop. Throw to first. Bang, bang play. Not in time, says the first base umpire, Blake McKnight. And an infield single for Aaron Casillas. And for the 5th straight inning, the leadoff batter has reached on Braden Scott. Andy McCauley's going to go out there and talk with him because that one looked bang bang, to say the least. McCauley's still out there and talking with him. We'll look at the replay real quick. Oh, that's a tough one. Either way, call is safe. Can't do anything about it. No one out. Runner on first. It's AJ Wright. He's 0 for 3. A ground out and a couple of flyouts. First pitch misses low, and Wright will get out in front 1-0. Last two at-bats for Wright. He swung at the first pitch and flew out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swings that one. Chopper up the middle. Parks into it. Toss the second in time for one. Throw to first in time. Hoosier Lottery double play. I believe that's what they call ball don't lie. 6-4-3. And quickly there's 2 away. Couldn't have drawn it up any better. Pavin to his left, easy toss to second, throw to first in time, and Now there's 2 away for Nolan McCarthy. That first pitch he'll take for strike 1. McCarthy's reached twice in this game, once via the walk, once on a hit by pitch. Oh, 1 chopped past the hole between Pavin Parks and Dennis Pierce. Another single in this inning. And the inning continues to Victor Cherney. Cherney, the 26-year-old, attended Cal State Northridge. Takes the first pitch inside, ball 1. His 3rd year in the Frontier League, 2nd with Ottawa. Having a career year with a .345 batting average. 5 home runs as he takes that pitch outside, ball 2. Didn't have a single home run in his professional career before this year. Only had 4 home runs during his college and summer league career. Here's the 2-0. Swings that one, he fouls it back, and now he's ahead in the count 2-1. He's reached twice in this game, a single. He's reached on a fielder's choice, and he's flown out to left. And runner takes off. Great jump, not even going to be a throw. Ball misses, now it's 3-1. McCarthy left well before Braden Scott started to the mound. That's his 11th stolen base of the year. He's 11 for 12. Only his 21st game. Now the tying run at second base. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Cherney. Swings that one, he fouls it off, count runs full. Went fastball at the letters. You have a base open to work with here. Although on deck is Cordoso, and he has not gotten out yet. Payoff pitch. That one's lined to right, over towards his White, still going, moving to his left, and he's able to get under it and bring it in for out number 3. So a couple of hits in the inning for Ottawa. Double play in there and a fly out. And Evansville is out of the 7th inning. We head to the 8th. Otters lead by 1 here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Ottawa call to the bullpen is Luke Powell. Powell on the mound. Victor Cherney behind the plate. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. So another southpaw into relief for Grant Larson, and he will face L.J. Jones to start this game. This is his 7th appearance of the season, as he sets and delivers the first pitch to Jones, as that one's taken in there for strike one. LJ with a hit back in the first inning, since then a ground out and a flyout. He's pitched to a 2.34 ERA in 7 2/3 innings. He's been used as an opener twice. 1-0 pitch, misses in 1-1. His last outing against Down East went 2/3 of an inning, allowing an earned run on 3 hits. He's walked 4 batters and he struck out 6. The 1-1. Misses low, 2-1. Last pitch for the Rocky Mountain team in the Pioneer League, as Jones swings through that one. Count now at 2-2. The Great Falls Voyagers, where he made 23 appearances, pitched to an 8.53 ERA. Now the 2-2 pitch got Jones swinging on a pitch above the zone. And there's one away. So new look for Evansville in this game. You had Larson, who could go up to 86, 87, but threw a lot of off speed. Now you got Luke Powell, who's up at 92, 91. Next up will be Haven Parks. Here's the first pitch, lefty v lefty matchup. That one misses low, ball 1. Luke Powell played in 2024 with Mason White at Indiana Southeast with the Grenadiers. He was a two-way player for them. Hit 291 in 52 games and also pitched to a 3.18 ERA. That next pitch misses now, or is called a strike. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch to the Otters shortstop. Breaker finds its mark. Now 1-2. Haven walked his last time up. Eventually came around to score on the Ellis Schwartz triple. He also played some great defense over short. Made a great throw at home to nail down the first potential run of the game as he fouls that one off, and we'll do it again. Pafin with his OBP up to 380. 8 home runs, 10 doubles. Here's the 1-2. Chopper on the ground towards first. Cardoso takes it in. Toss to the pitcher, race to the bag just in time. And there's 2 away. Been a lot of close plays over there at first tonight. There's 2 away up to Keenan Taylor. First pitch inside, and it hit him on his front leg. That's a 2-out base runner for Evansville. Currently dealing with a point streak crash or struggle. Not really sure what's going on, so we don't have any live scores on the rest of the Frontier League right now, unfortunately. Do have some MLB scores we can talk about. Diamondbacks and Pirates in a scoreless game in the top of the 10th inning. That's fun. 2 away. Insurance run over at first base here in the top of the 8th inning for Evansville. Here's the first pitch to Logan Brown. That misses outside 1-0. Brown 1 for 3, a pop out, a ground out, also singled back in the 4th inning. During Luke Powell's career, back in the professional, or back in the Pioneer League, sorry. Had a 10.3 K per 9, or a K per 9 rate, but also a 6.8 walk per 9 rate. Back with Indiana Southeast in 24, walks 5.6 batters per 9er. So good strikeout stuff. He's a fast pitcher, but can have control issues at times. 1-0 pitch, called strike one at the edge, 1-1. Taylor leads off first base. Here's the 1-1 to Logan Brown. Chopper on the ground towards short. Casillas bobbles it at short. No play and everybody's safe. No errors on either side up until that play. Casillas can't glove it. And that will extend the inning to Ellis Schwartz. His big triple is the difference in this game so far, as Evansville leads 3-2 in the top of the 8th. And now a big spot for him to try to add to that. Here's the first pitch. It's a breaker that misses outside 1-0. Rockies and Orioles are tied at 5 in the end of the 7th. Rockies just won a series against the Cardinals. Here's the 1-0, swinging by Schwartz, but comes up empty. Evens the count up at 1-1. Took a little bit off of that one, did Powell. The Phillies and Yankees in a fun one. They're tied at 3 in the top of the 7th. A lot of close baseball. Next pitch to Schwartz. Called strike 2 on the inner edge. Dodgers beating the Red Sox by 1 in the top of the 7th. The Reds beating the Rays by 3 in the top of the 7th. And time called. The umpire, Gary Glover, going to get new baseballs. Fan favorite around here, Blue Jays beating the Tigers 6-2 at the end of 7. Cardinals beating the Padres 3-0. The 1-2 pitch misses outside, 2-2. The Battle of Chicago going the way of the White Sox right now. They're beating Chicago. They're beating the Cubs 9-0. Ooh. Here's the 2-2 to Schwartz. Swinging strike for out number 3. So the Otters get a couple of off some miscues from Ottawa, but can't score any runs. They still lead by 1 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning here in the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Evansville caller, the bullpen is Nick McAuliffe. McAuliffe on the mound, behind the plate, Logan Brown. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East. Located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. McAuliffe making his 24th appearance on the year. His last time out against Quebec, went an inning, gave up a hit, and struck out 1. Came on with the go-ahead runner at third base and no one away. That run would eventually score, but kept the lead to just 1. Worked through a double in that outing. And now he comes in the 8th inning, and we'll see what the end game goal here is. If they want to let him out go 2, or if they want to, they have a position or a particular pitcher in thought for the 9th. But first, I got to get through the 8th inning. First one to meet him is Caden Cardoso. That first pitch misses low, ball 1. Cardoso has reached all 3 times: a hit, a home run, and a walk. Here's the 1-0 pitch. On the ground, past the hole in between Mendham and Cruz, and a leadoff base hit for Ottawa. The 5th straight inning, they've gotten the leadoff batter to reach. Sorry, 6, I can't count. The 6th straight inning, they've gotten the leadoff batter on. But outside of the 4th inning where they gave up a home run, haven't been able to do anything really with it. Next up is Dylan Driver. First pitch squares on a bunt. Back to McAuliffe. He'll go to second base. It's in time. They get the lead runner. Good stretch from Pavin there to get the lead runner. And there's 1 away. That runner now Driver at first base. McAuliffe entering this game with a 3.8 ERA, 34 strikeouts in his 23 2/3 innings. Trying to work around a leadoff base hit here. It's a big out number 1 of the lead runner with 1 away. It's the pinch hitter for Ottawa. First pitch swinging, line in the left field. Taylor going over towards it. He's not going to get to it. He will cut it off. Throw's going to come into third base. So he cut off by Pavin Parks. And the pinch hitter, who was Justin Fogle, into second base with a double. Now the tying run at third base with 1 away. The go-ahead run at second base. Back to the top of the lineup in Jake Sanford. Another late lead for Evansville, and Ottawa's threatening to tie it up or even take the lead here. Sanford, last time he was up, he came up with runners on the corners and 1 away. He popped out back to Logan Brown. The infield comes in. Sanford is 0 for 3 with a walk. First pitch, misses inside, ball 1. Sanford hitting 236. 1-0 pitch. That one finds the zone, evens up the count. The Otters have been working around traffic all night. They're being out hit 11-8. The 1-1, that's chopped foul off of Logan Brown. Now Sanford down at 1-2. Big spot for McAuliffe. He's gone 3 straight outings without giving up a run. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Logan Brown's going to throw it down to first. He will, and it's in time for out number 2. German-American-based strikeout for Nick McAuliffe. And once again, Sanford can't come through with a runner at third and less than 2 outs. And it's up to Jackie Urbaez. He's 1 for 3 with a walk, a single back in the 5th. He grounded out his last time up. For the first time tonight, he's hitting from the left side. Here's the first pitch. Backdoor breaker finds the zone. And McAuliffe is ahead 0-1. No one warm in the Otters bullpen. Here's the 0-1. Another backdoor breaker. No, that one, though, called ball. Just missed low 1-1. Arbaez leads Ottawa in home runs with 6. That one is lined towards Cruz. He'll take it on a hop. Throw to first is in time for out number 3. And McAuliffe does a magic trick. Strand runners at second and third. Had only one out and gets out of the inning scoreless. And Evansville takes their lead to the 9th. Here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VANDCASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Ottawa call the bullpen is Billy Doobie. Doobie on the mound. Behind the plate is Victor Cherney. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answered Otter Perry's, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or called 812-475-9000. Doobie, the all-star out of the bullpen for Ottawa, enters this 9th inning trying to keep this deficit where it's at. He'll face J.J. Cruz to start this inning. First pitch missed. Second pitch does find the zone. Counts evened up at 1-1. Doobie entering this game with a 1.36 ERA and 23 games appeared in. That pitch swung through by Cruz. Now count 1-2. Cruz, a home run back in the 5th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Launched over the glove of Cordoso. And it's into the corner. Cruz rounding first. He's heading to second base. And a leadoff deerhead double-decker double. And the Otters with an all-important insurance run over at second base. Nolan Thebe now up and working in the Otters bullpen. And now it's Mason White up with a chance to try to help Evansville out. First pitch swinging at that one, comes up empty. He's behind 0-1. Doobie, his first year of professional baseball. The 0-1 pitch, that misses low, 1-1. Played his final year of college ball with the Belmont Bruins. Now here with Ottawa. Here's the 1-1. That one's lined into left field, over towards McCarthy, still going. That one's going to drop in fair territory, and Cruz is going to score easily. That one's going to get up and out of play, and a Deerhead double-decker ground rule double. And Evansville has taken or added to their lead now 4-2. They have attacked Doobie here early. And now it's back to the top of the lineup. The Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, Dennis Pierce. And now we're going to get a quick chat between the coach and his pitcher. What a way to help out your team here. Extend that lead. Make it ever so more difficult to try for the other team to come back on. And all a very dangerous batter at the plate in Dennis Pierce. Obviously, you want to try to figure out how to get this guy out and keep this 2-run deficit now where it's at. But back-to-back doubles from J.J. Cruz and Mason White, his first hit since returning. Have doubled Evansville's lead. And now it's Dennis Pierce. First pitch swinging for Pierce. He falls behind 0-1. He fouls that one off. That pitch is popped up into right field. Sanford's going to camp under it. He's going to bring it in. White's going to test him. Throw's going to come in. It's going to be cut off and no play as White is into third base with only one away. Now it's David Mendham. Another big spot to add some more insurance. Mendham, a hit earlier, extended his on-base streak to 28. Now the infield is in. Mason White at third base. Otters lead 4-2 here to the top of the ninth. First pitch swinging, he fouls that one off, and he'll be behind 0-1. It'll be 3-4-5 for Ottawa, led up by Aaron Casillas. That pitch finds the zone. Doobie ahead of Mendham 0-2. Led off by Casillas in the bottom of the ninth. Here's the 0-2. Takes it inside. Great take from Mendham. Now it's 1-2. Evansville has not won 2 games in a row on the road all season. They won the series finale in Quebec. Now a chance to do that, win the series opener here in Ottawa as Mendham fouls that one off, and we'll do it again. Mendham at the plate. He was from Canada. And fouls that one off. Mendham in a great battle here. Not going down without a fight. That one is laced into left field. That one's going to get out of play as well. Great contact on that from David Mendham, but just able to foul it off and keep it alive. Count still 1-2. Back-to-back doubles from J.J. Cruz and Mason White led off this inning. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Stays high. Mendham holds off. Now 2-2. Kind of pest that Mendham's been at the plate since he's become an Otter. Never goes down without a fight. Here's the 2-2. Chop towards first foul. A long battle between Mendham and Doobie. Again, Doobie, who entered with a 1.36 ERA, had only given up 5 earned runs all season in 33 innings of work. The 2-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. A long battle goes the way of Doobie. There's 2 away with that runner still at third base, now needing a single or a mistake from Ottawa to score him. But it's LJ Jones up, does have a hit tonight. It's been good in these kinds of spots with 2 outs, runners in scoring position. At first pitch to him. Misses high, ball 1. The 1-0 to Jones. Swings through that one, comes up empty. Evens count up at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch just finds the inside corner now. LJ behind a 1-2. LJ with runners in scoring position. This year batting at .382. And 19 at-bats. He has 10 RBIs. Now here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. We'll do it again. He has 14 two-out RBIs. Now here's the 1-2 to LJ Jones. Inside, 2-2. That one almost got him. Doobie played with Western Kentucky back in 22. At 2-2, that's a looper into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and Evansville's going to add to their lead on the LJ Jones single. Great job from Jones to fight in that count and then fight that one out to right field. And now Evansville leads 5-2 here in the top of the 9th inning. And they're going to go get Doobie. Gave up 2 runs in this outing. Went 2/3. It'll be a new pitcher after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
Titans call to the bullpen is Brandon Marklin. Marklin on the mound. Victor Cherney behind the plate. That pitcher catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Greenwood Road, or called 812-475-9000. Marklin entering, trying to keep this 3-run lead now at where it's at. Evansville has put up 2 in the top of the 9th inning. They put up both of those runs against Billy Doobie. He was the all-star reliever for this Ottawa squad. And Evansville got to him, put up 2. And now they will face Brandon Marklin here in this inning, or here to finish off this inning. We Paven Parks. So he'll swing at the first pitch. He'll pop it up into foul territory. That one's going to be an overhead foul ball, brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Counts 0-1. Otters have put up 2 runs here in the top of the 9th inning, leading 5-2 now. The 0-1 fouled off 0-2. After working around a ton of base runners all night. They have held Ottawa to 2 runs. And now a chance to try to add some more here. Here's the 0-2 to Paven Parks. Takes that one high 1-2 now. Count 1-2 to the Otters shortstop. He's reached on a walk today. 1-2 pitch, takes low 2-2. Great take from Parks there. Ottawa has stranded at least 1 base runner in every inning. Already stranded 12 through 8 innings. Here's the 2-2 to Parks. Swings that one, high floater. That one's dipping into foul territory, still going. That one's going to get out of play, or did he catch it? I think he caught it. A.J. Wright over in the third base line, able to bring it in between the crowd. And that's going to be out number 3. But Evansville adds 2. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Otters leading by 3 here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Otters call to the bullpen. Nolan Thebe on the mound. Logan Brown behind the plate. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or called 812-475-9000. Nolan Thebe out there to try to earn his first career save. As in his first professional season, he's become one of the most trusted arms out of the bullpen. He's pitched to a 3.20 ERA. In 19 appearances. His last time out against Quebec, he worked the final 2 innings in that 13-3 win. This is his second straight appearance. He appeared in 2 games against Quebec, went 3 innings, allowing just 1 run. In the final outing against Quebec, went 2 innings, did allow that 1 run, but worked through some trouble, didn't walk anybody. He'll face Aaron Casillas here. First pitch to him, in there for a strike, and he starts out in front 0-1. He'll go out there with a 3-run lead to work with. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one misses low, 1-1. Evansville 3 outs away from getting the series opening win against Ottawa. Here's the 1-1. That misses low, 2-1. Casillas has reached twice, a double and a single. Here's the 2-1. Called strike 2 on the outer edge, now 2-2. Be Casillas, A.J. Wright, and Nolan McCarthy, the 3-2 up. Here's the 2-2. Misses low, count runs full with the fastball. Can't walk anybody here. Can't allow him free passes. Payoff pitch is popped up into foul territory. It's going to get out of play, and we'll do it again. Got to make him earn it. Casillas has made some great plays over at shortstop. Does have the lone error in the game. Couple of hits. Now awaits the payoff pitch from Phoebe. Swings at that one, fouls it off just barely, and we'll do it again. Good pitch there from Phoebe. Casillas was way off stride, but just able to make contact to stay alive. Next payoff pitch. That one's popped up. That one's going to get out of play. That one's an overhead foul ball. Brought to you by Hetz Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Long at bat here. Pitch number 9 upcoming. That one swung at. That one's hit deep into right center field. Over towards it is White. He's going to get under it, and he's going to bring it in for out number 1. Good contact, but held up in the air for too long, and with 1 away, it's up to A.J. Wright. Wright is 0 for 3. His last time up, he grounded into a double play. First pitch in there for strike 1. So 0-1. For those keeping count, Anthony Calarco is chasing the Frontier League RBI record, now at 85. 0-1 pitch misses outside 1-1. The Schaumburg Boomer, who's been otherworldly this season. Here's the 1-1. Checked his swing, called strike 2 either way. Count now 1-2. That one on the ground towards short. Parks takes it in. Throw to first in time. There's 2 away. Now Ottawa down to their final out. It's Nolan McCarthy. After striking out his first at-bat, he's reached all 3 times. Twice on free passes. His last time by a single. Last hope for Ottawa here. Here's the first pitch. This is low, ball 1. McCarthy has been excellent in short time here with Ottawa. The 1-0 pitch finds the zone, evens the count up at 1-1. Entering the game with a 443 OBP, a 333 batting average. That's been moved up to 338. Swings on that one, and now Ottawa down to their final strike. In just 20 games, has 3 home runs and 8 doubles already. The rookie who's just finished up his college career at Georgia. Played 3 seasons at Kentucky before that. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Misses low, 2-2. McCarthy, during his final season with Georgia, hit a .276 in 59 games. 2-2 pitch. That one's lined into right field. That one's hooking. It's going to go foul, and we'll do it again. Made good contact with that one, but couldn't keep it fair. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's going to be it. Otters win the ball game on a German-American Bank strikeout from Nolan Thebe. And Evansville wins the game, and Thebe earns his first career save here in Ottawa. First time this year, Evansville has won back-to-back road games. And we'll talk more about it after the short break here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com.
Welcome into the Papa John's postgame show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and 96.9 WYIR. Evansville gets a big win to start the series in Ottawa, and the quest to go over 500 in this road trip still very much alive. Great game overall, top to bottom, and man, you got to talk about the fantastic work from the pitching staff, because it wasn't easy. They had to strand 12 Ottawa base runners. It was from innings 3 to 8, the leadoff base runner reached in every inning. They stranded a base runner in every single inning. And in innings like the 6th inning, you had runners at first and third with one away, got out of that scoreless. Runners at second and third with only one away in the 8th inning, got out of that scoreless. Just did a great job overall. 7 innings from Braden Scott. He earns the quality start. That's quality start number 6 for him on the season in just 13 starts. Nick McAuliffe worked an inning in the 8th, had to work around some traffic, but got out of the inning scoreless. And then Nolan Thebe worked a 1-2-3 ninth and earned his first career save. And Evansville gets a big win. Offensively for Evansville, got started with a J.J. Cruz solo shot in the 5th. That came on an 0-2 count on a hanging curveball off of Grant Larson. Mason White followed that with almost a back-to-back home run. Had a 1-2 count. Sent it out to deep right, but it was robbed by John Sanford out in right. But not to be outdone, Dennis Pierce hit a home run as well, his 9th of the season. He now leads the team. A solo shot, his 3rd home run of the week for Dennis Pierce. That tied the game up at 2-2 at that point, and then a triple from Ellis Schwartz in the top of the 6th inning scored Paven Parks, and Evansville took a lead. They would not surrender. They added 2 in the top of the 9th inning, back-to-back doubles from J.J. Cruz and Mason White, and then a single from L.J. Jones scored Mason White as well. And I guess got to talk about some of these, games. Obviously, the big triple from Ellis Schwartz, the big home runs from J.J. Cruz and Dennis Pierce. But Mason White struck out his first time up looking on a pitch that may have been just a bit outside. But in the 5th inning, was robbed of a home run. In the 7th inning, lined one back up the middle, snagged by Casillas, and then did hit an RBI double in the 9th inning. He had a great night, even if the stats don't exactly show it. Great return for him, who, again, this is only his 5th start of the season after missing a big chunk of the season in the middle. Had a great game tonight, and hopefully he can turn that into some great performances down the road. L.J. Jones managed 2 hits. Dennis Pierce went 2 for 4 as well with a home run and a double. David Mindham extended his on-base streak to 27. Paven Parks reached and scored a run. Logan Brown got a hit as well, reached a couple of times. Braden Scott will be credited for the win. He'll now move to 4-3, and as I mentioned, Nolan Thebe earns his first career save. He is now one of 3 players on the team actively with saves, the other 2 being Alex Valdez and Nick McAuliffe. That'll do it for tonight's game. Evansville is back in action tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Time. Papa John's pregame show will start 20 minutes before that at 4:40 before Evansville takes on the Titans for one more game on Sunday. That'll be a noon start time in the Central Time Zone before Evansville finally gets to go back to Bosse Field and take on Lake Erie to end the month. And that'll do it for me here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR. I'm Lucas Macklin, signing off, and as always, have a blessed night, Otters fans.